Good morning. How you guys doing? It's Mike back with the thought of the day on August 28th, 2025. First, I want to give honor and praise to Ahaya Shor Ahaya Bahashem Yeshaya Wakadash, Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit in Hebrew. Then I like to open with the serenity prayer. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. May your will, not mine, be done. They say sometimes if you don't humble yourself, God will humble you. If you don't humble yourself, God will humble you. And one of the most humbling experiences I had was rehab. And I went to rehab twice. And both times it was humbling. And some of the experiences that you have in there, you're like, wow, like I can't believe that my life got to this point. And no matter how much money you got, no matter what kind of job you got, career you got, what kind of business you got, no matter none of that. When you go in there, you just like everybody else and you get treated just like everybody else. And that was humbling for me. First time was real humbling. People had to go to the supermarket and shop with me, pay for my food, and that was so embarrassing and so humbling. Like me being a 40-year-old man walking around a grocery store and people looking at me like, why is these young white guys paying for his food? Why are they walking him down the aisles? It was just a humbling experience, just not being able to get up and go and do what you want to do. The fact that somebody else has to have to really teach you how to live over again. Because it's not only being away from the alcohol and stuff, is we have to be rehabilitated and living, like learning how to do a structured life, learning how to do all of that is humbling. And I remember getting off the plane both times and tears coming down my eyes because I'm just saying to myself, how did I get to this point? How did I get to this point? I remember my ex-wife and my mom coming to visit me on family day, and they sitting down talking to my counselor, and they're sitting across the table, and it hit me like they're really discussing my life and what's going on with me, everything I'm going on. And I just cried because I couldn't believe that I was the topic, and I'm just sitting there and they're discussing what's going on in my life. Like, just asking yourself, how did it get to this point? It's a rehab is definitely humbling. It helps you get better, but it's humbling, man. I remember being in there and this guy was a real boastful guy, was talking junk to one of the TAs about what kind of degrees he got, how much money he got, where he graduated from, and the girl to ask him like, well, at 3 o'clock I'm going home. Where you going? And that's the reality of it. No matter what you have, brother, you got to sit here. So obviously, no matter what you had, going on, your choices wasn't right. That's why you got to sit here. It's a humbling experience, man, just to see somebody got to wake you up every day, got to tell you where to go because you didn't know how to live a free life, and you ain't have structure in your life. So these people have to help you restructure your life and get yourself back together. It's a humbling situation, man. And I went to a decent rehab. Some would say kind of on the bougie side of this and that, and it still was a humbling situation. It's just like when you can't make the choices that you want to make and you can't do what you want to do, you got to get broken down, and somebody got to teach you how to do everything all over again. And some of the things we take for granted, like they make sure that you got to clean your room, they get room inspections and things of that nature. You can't go out to the beaches and all that stuff until your room cleaned and this and that and your bed made. I mean, all the way down to your bed being made and everything every day. And stuff that we didn't have to do since we was kids to really be monitored like that. And it's serious, man. It was like doing everything all over again, but I learned so much from the experience. I learned a lot of different tools from being in rehab. I learned how to be patient. I learned about acceptance. I learned about how to structure my day. I learned to make sure that I got things going on throughout the whole day, so I don't have that time to think about going to drink or have time. Idle time is the devil's playground. So I learned how to fill up my day. You know what I'm saying? I learned how to get up at a certain time and really be where I need to be and do what I got to do. So you learn a lot, but it's a very humbling experience. Like they say, if you're not ready to humble yourself, God will humble you. And going to rehab was definitely humbling for me. This is Mike. Enjoy the rest of your day. Shalom.